April 20th, 12:14 p.m. District Court, Quorum number 2. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. We are here in the second half of this case, about Trump. And we are going to be seeing a few things here. In the last video, we ascertained that there may be a fourth person in the case, in the room where the murder took place. And by the way, if you've not yet watched that first video, I urge you to watch that one first before you watch this one. Otherwise, you will not know what's going on here. Anyway, let's keep going. Court will now reconvene. Has our witness, Miss Olga Orly, recovered? Yes, Your Honor. Well, she's regained consciousness. Perhaps we can hear her version of the events again? That's the thing. You see, she's quite fatigued. You're getting a big fatigue yourself, Mr. Payne. Sadly, fatigue is insufficient grounds for refusing to testify or prosecute. The defense would like to request that Miss Orly take the stand. Very well. The witness will take the stand. Perhaps you could repeat your name and profession? Or perhaps you would admit that you're a poor liar and a poorer loser. Not. Whoa. Name is Olga Orly. That's the truth. I'm a pro dealer. Wow, she sure has changed. People call me Olga Quick Fingers Orly. Oh, or really? Want to know something else? I'm not really Russian, and my last name sounds like Orly. Olga Orly. Yeah, it kinda does. There, that's the truth. I hope you're satisfied. Witness, you will tell the court what you were really up to that night. Fine, I'll talk. We need a plan, see? Let me remind you that you are currently under oath. Any further fabrications will have serious consequences. Fine. Like I said, I'm a pro. The guy, Smith, hired me to do what I do best. I was planted at the Bull Club several days prior to the night of the game, as a waitress. So were you in cahoots with the victim? Not that you needed my help. Smith is a well-known poker player in some circles. But winning wasn't the main purpose of this game. It was about destroying a legend, the unbeatable Phoenix Wright. The plan was simple, elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand, and then deal 5 aces during one of their games. When their hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. He would then pull out the planted card and the trap would snap shut. You swap the cards. Exposed as a cheater and losing on top of it, it would have made a great double play. Just like that, the legend would be dashed to pieces. Indeed. Getting caught red-handed and cheating would cast doubt on all his prior wins. A 7-year legend destroyed by one little card. That was the plan. Oh really, Orly? How droll. But it appears to me quite a mistake. A mistake? I agree. The trap was elegant. Yet what happened to that planted card? Hey, that's right. He's lucky, I'll give him that. You'd have to be to slip free from a trap laid by Olga Quick Fingers Orly. Oh really? The witness would be much cuter if you dispensed with the evil mastermind shtick. Cute? Who wants to be cute? I'm not cute. I'm bad. You hear me? Bad. When you're through being bad, perhaps you could testify to the court. Tell us about this trap and how it was sprung. Witness testimony. The best laid traps. That night, I played the card like I was supposed to. And Wright lost the last hand just like he was supposed to. Then Smith searched him. But the played card was gone. The trap failed. The next moment, Wright picked up a bottle and swung it. It wasn't me who hit Smith. It was that no-good cheating defendant. A surprisingly faint testimony that still leaves us mostly in the dark. The trap was perfect, I tell you. Perfect, if that rotten cheater hadn't messed it up. Look who's talking. Well, the testimony, for what it's worth, is all yours, Mr. Justice. With witnesses like her, who needs criminals? And with defendants like Mr. Wright, who needs prosecutors? Alright, cross-examination. The card disappeared? Yeah, my trump card, the five of hearts. Gone, without a trace. Poof, Zippo. We searched every nook and cranny, even inside his cute little hat. But the card was nowhere to be found. Is this correct? Never in my long, storied career. Never has Quick Fingers Orly been so readily duped. Oh, really? So what did happen to that five of hearts? Excuse me. Don't look at me. Why don't you ask that cheating, lying, two-faced defendant? So the five of hearts is still missing in action. Wait, isn't that a little odd? What's odd? You searched Mr. Wright, thoroughly, and found nothing? Which means he didn't cheat. Which means he had no reason to keep strike the victim. Well? Uh-oh. What was that just now? I sensed something. Sensed something. Something wrong, Mr. Justice? No, nothing, Your Honor. What to do? Should I press a little harder? Yeah. Miss Orly, you're hiding something. What are you talking about? You... Me? Quick Fingers Orly? Hide... The defense will refrain from baseless accusations. I have one question for the witness, then. You say you saw in the moment the defendant hit the victim. Is this true? Of course it's true. I did see it, honest. I saw it when Mr. Wright hit him. Whoa. With my own eyes I saw it. What is the weird vibe I'm getting? That witness, for instance, Miss Orly. She would touch the back of her neck during certain parts of her testimony. Did you notice? Touching her neck, was it? Whoa, what's going on? The sensation is coming into focus. There, that twitch, it's so clear. It's like I could perceive her habit like I couldn't before. Perceive.
Gotcha!
Miss Orly, perhaps you are unaware of this yourself. Unaware of what? Whenever you get to a certain part of your testimony, you touch the back of your neck with your left hand. My neck? So what? So what? What indeed, Justice? I hadn't noticed anything of the sort. When she says that part of the testimony, she's subconsciously recalling something. Her body reacts to the memory, and she touches her neck. I'm sure of it. Our memory? Would someone care to explain what he's all babbling about? This is highly unusual, but let's ask the defense. You claim the witness is remembering something. Maybe you have evidence of this memory to show us. Her habit is scratching her neck whenever she talks about the moment of the crime. So what would remind her most of the moment of the crime? Miss Orly, whenever you recall the crime that night, you scratch your neck. I've noticed what happens when you think about the moment of the crime. There must be some reason behind this habit of yours. I believe the weapon that left an inerasable impression on your neck is this. Not the cards. I think it's the bottle, actually. Could it be that she was the one that was hit instead of Mr. Smith? And it was Mr. Smith himself who struck her?
Take that!
Whenever she talks about the moment of the crime, she touches her neck. And what reminds us more of that moment than this bottle? The murder weapon. But something doesn't fit. If you were only the witness to the crime, why would that make you touch your neck like you were in pain? What's he talking about now? It was Mr. Smith, the victim, who was hit, not you. Wait, I said that in the wrong voice, didn't I? Let me try that again. It was Mr. Smith, the victim, who was hit, not you. This is a cross-examination, not a cross-wild conjecture. The witness's habits, they're completely irrelevant. Justice, I'll admit I'm a bit confused myself. This is certainly a unique cross-examination. I'll explain later. Just trust me. Now is our only chance to break her. Miss Orly, please testify in detail about the moment of the crime. The very moment. Yet, I am knowing nothing. We know you're not Russian. The witness will testify, please. Now. Bah, fine. He's the one who did it. I didn't let him out of my sight until the cops got there. Are you sure about that?
Objection!
Miss Orly, we have a record here that clearly contradicts what you said. It states that the police were alerted to by a report from the defendant. And we know that the defendant left the room, climbed the stairs, and made that phone call from the first floor of the Borscht Bowl Club. Ack! So explain how you kept your eyes on the defendant when he left the room entirely. Eek! The man who picked up a bottle and swung it that night wasn't the defendant. Showdown time. You dirty cheat! Check his pockets, now! It's gone! The card's gone! You lose. Ah! Just then, Smith grabbed the bottle from next to right. And he hit me. You! Some master of cheating you turned out to be. Eek! When it came to, the victim was already dead. Wait. The victim was already dead. Is that it? That's why I couldn't reveal who I really was. If it came out that I was in league with Smith, I'd be a suspect for sure. Well, where does this leave us? Madness. This is madness. I'm dreaming. It must have been me who was hit with a bottle, and I'm imagining all of this. It appears our prosecution is at his wit's end, and frankly I can't blame him. Mr. Gavin, what do you think about this turn of events? Mr. Gavin, sir? I believe that, as the defense in this case, we are compelled to call on Miss Orly a big fat liar. Okay, maybe a liar, but she's certainly not fat. What? They were in the room the night of the murder. The defendant, victim, and her. And she has a motive. A motive? Her plot foiled, the witness got into an argument with her client, Mr. Smith. And the denouement of that argument was murder. Denouement? Did I say that word? Denouement? What? I didn't! I'm no killer! It's a trap. Someone's trying to frame me. Whoa. What tangled webs we weave when we practice to deceive. So tangled, we get ourselves in the process. Mr. Wright? Such a hasty conclusion. It's not like you, Christoph Gavin. What are you saying? Why not consider the other possibility? That there was another person in the room at the time of the murder. Right, like Mr. Wright was saying before recess. A single card was swapped into the victim's hand after the murder. And the one who swapped the card didn't know two colors of cards were being used. A fourth person. Ha! That's there you again. Your fourth person doesn't exist. Indeed. That's why I decided to bring this case to court. Here, where there's no escape, and no chance for deception. The perfect place to catch the real criminal. Real criminal? And, one luck. A clue to the real criminal's identity was kindly provided for us. And right at the beginning of the trial, no less. What? Apollo, perhaps you know what I'm talking about? Sorry. Remember what I said? The fourth person who swapped the cards made one critical error. he or she wasn't considering the color on the backs of the cards. Right. But how could such an obvious mistake occur? The cards used for the last game were red. Yet, there was one person here in our court who thought those cards were blue. Yeah, I had that impression too, but why? Well, Apollo, think you can figure out who it was? It's not me, I swear. Who is this fourth person? Why do I always get put on the spot like this? Let's see what the defense has to say. Who was it? Who thought the cards used in the final game were blue? Well, it was the one person it could have been. And that is Christoph Gavin.
Take that!
As I expected, your eyes and ears are as sharp as your hair. I was right. Christoph Gavin, you were the fourth person that night. But, of course, Mr. Gavin knows the color of the cards. How would he? As you can see, the photo of the crime scene is black and white. You can't tell which of the cards were blue and one's on the floor or the table. But look, you can see the colors in this photo. Yes, but when you said the cards were blue, it was well before this evidence came to light. It is true the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim, yet it was only that, a game, in the purest sense, a competition, Your Honor. A competition? Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards, the backs wreathed in blue flame, know its final outcome. Well, Christoph? Mr. Gavin? Mr. Gavin, is something the matter? No, nothing. Excuse me. It was just so sudden. Right. You aren't seriously accusing me, are you? Oh, Christoph? You know, even I never take a joke this far. That has gone beyond ridiculous, beyond dumb. This is insanity. The defendant accusing his own defense attorney of murder? I assure you, I'm quite sane. But what possible connection could Mr. Gavin have to the victim? I wasn't aware that I had a connection to Mr. Smith either. Yes, but Mr. Gavin and the victim have never even met. Well... well, they have. Huh? There was a possibility, after all. They may have met that night before the game started. What are you suggesting? Is this the truth Mr. Wright was staying silent about? Well, only one thing to do. Mr. Wright, the defense would like to request no such thing. Mr. Gavin? Testimonies must relate to the case. How could anything happening before that game of poker be related? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Gavin. As I explained before, the defense believes that Miss Orly... Am I to assume you speak for Mr. Justice in this? He is the defense, not you. Mr. Justice, the matter of Mr. Wright's testimony is up to you. Oh, okay. Does the court, in your opinion, need to hear Mr. Wright's testimony? Hang on. Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay. I need to go check something real quick. Okay, we're going to hear the testimony. This was Mr. Wright's strategy. He was planning on this all along, and I intend to see it through. The defense would like to request that Mr. Wright testify to the court. At 2, Justice, you would betray me, your teacher? I'm sorry, Mr. Gavin. This isn't about loyalty. This is about the truth. Very well. The defendant, Mr. Wright, will take the stand, please. Appetite before murder. That evening, Christopher and I had dinner. We sat at the table in this photograph. Shitty Smith walked in 5 minutes after Christoph left. When the trap failed, Smith hit the waitress. The girl was knocked out cold, and Smith was uncontrollable. I left to call the police. When I returned, he was dead, blood streaming from a cut on his forehead. That's when I made another phone call to defense attorney Gavin. Mr. Gavin, you were at the Borscht Bowl Club the night of the murder? I dined with him rather frequently. And he talked to the defendant on the phone directly after the murder? Quite against my will, I had become involved in the murder. I thought I might be in need of a lawyer, so I called him. You were planning this all along, weren't you, Wright? Just because you wanted to drag me into your little murder trial. The only thing I want is the truth. As I did back then, and now. I thought my office was doing you a favor when we took on your defense. It appears that I was wrong. Very well. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Justice. Sir? He's lying, and you're going to expose him. Understood, sir. Mr. Gavin versus Mr. Wright. Mr. Gavin versus Mr. Wright. This can't end well. Why can't I have a normal trial? Okay. Cross-examination time. Okay.
Hold it!
About this failed trap. This is the same trap that Miss Olga Orly mentioned. The plan was simple, elegant, really. You see, we set up a trap of sorts. I was to plant a card in Wright's pocket beforehand, and then deal 5 aces during one of the games. When their hands were revealed, Smith would call him out and search Wright. He would then pull out the planted card, and the trap would snap shut. You swapped the cards. Just like that, legend would be dashed to pieces. Yes, a harmless prank, in essence. It was by a quirk of fate that I happened to discover it. A quirk? I happened to put my hand in my pocket and found a card. The card you planted? Yes, I took a peek at it and found it was the 5 of Hearts. I had a feeling something might happen, so I disposed of the card. Before the game. Dispose? Where? There was an empty bottle of grape juice I had been drinking right beside me. I threw the card inside the bottle. An empty bottle of grape juice? The murder weapon? Yes, I rolled it up and shoved it in it. The colored glass makes it hard to see. A battle of wits between the deceiver and the would-be deceived. That sounds like a terrific drama. A card inside the murder weapon? That's strange. Did the police miss it in the investigation? Maybe I'll take a look. Mr. Wright, the poker hand of courtroom number 3 approves of this battle of wits. Please revise your testimony with this new information. I discovered the trap during the game and dispose of the card in the bottle. Okay. Let me take a look here. Interesting. Okay, there's no court record for me to look at, so hang on a second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I took a little break from my recording. Let's see here. I discovered the trap during the game and disposed of the card in the bottle. Okay. I want to examine this real quick here. I don't see a card in there at all. Interesting. Interesting. I think we present this one.
Objection!
Or not? The witness statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Justice. Huh. I must be on the wrong track. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? Okay. I'm pretty sure it's this one. I mean, there's no card in there. We saw no card at all. Let me just examine it first. The bottle is completely empty. Okay. Now we present it.
Objection!
Okay. Mr. Wright, if I may? Yes? I've examined the bottle, and I don't see any card in here. No? What, Mr. Wright? Surely, isn't all you have to say for yourself? I can't say know what happened to the card. I did put it in that bottle, however. Huh? Perhaps a fifth person came in and took it out. Oh, and a sixth person could have helped. Mr. Gavin, Mr. Wright is your client. My apologies, Your Honor. I don't have you disparity our investigations either. When inside that bottle, there was nothing. So what's going on? Did Mr. Wright hoodwinking us again? Or did the card just disappear? In any case, please continue the cross-examination. I'm afraid that decisive contradictions call for decisive evidence. Oh. Push him harder, Justice. Break him. It's just you and the witness in the ring. Go for the KO. Why do I get the feeling we're not on our client's side anymore? Okay, I knew I was supposed to present that bottle earlier, but I was also supposed to examine it first. Okay. And here, examine when you present this one.
Objection!
Mr. Wright, if I may? Yes? Take a look at this photograph of the crime scene. See the victim here? He's wearing a hat. I wouldn't think you could see blood on his forehead. Good point. Justice. Next time you point out an inconsistency, put a little more oomph into it. Mr. Wright, can you explain this to the court? Ah, I forgot to mention something. I was the one who put that hat on his head. Eh? You put the hat on the dead man's head? He wore it through our entire poker game. After calling the police, when I returned to the scene, his head was in full view, shining bright, just like this in this photograph. And I picked his head up off the floor and put it on his head. Oh, why did you do a thing like that? All I can say is, I'm sorry. But that's the only thing I touched on the crime scene. So Mr. Orly didn't see it? It's being the victim's, his head? Yeah. I think not. She was out cold. Okay. And I'll be right back. Okay, back now. She was out cold. I believe I was the only one who witnessed his head. Ah, here we go again. Mr. Gavin? Pardon? It just seems that our client is determined to lie his way through this case. Hey, he's still our client, isn't he? I believe there's enough of that. Mr. Gavin? This witness's testimony is more like a travesty. It's riddled with lies. I'm beginning to see how you came to lose your attorney's badge 7 years ago. Well, you certainly have a unique way of treating your clients, Christoph. I never knew. I believe it was you who threw the first stone. Mr. Wright, if you intend to ever tell the truth about this case, it's now or never. Don't be misled. I haven't told a single lie here. Eh? When I noticed the trap, I put the card in the bottle to dispose of it. And when I put the hat on the victim's head, let's just say I had a reason for doing that as well. A reason? That reason is right here. Your cell phone? That night, recall that I spoke with defense attorney Gavin after calling the police. Just in case, I recorded our conversation. What's this? Now that we're all here, I see no reason why I shouldn't play it back for the court. Christoph, I seem to be in a bit of trouble. What's this? Game not going well? Something like that. That gentleman who challenged me, you turned out to be good? You turned out to be dead. Someone hit him. Hard. You mean someone cracked that flawless bone china plate? Bone china pate? What? What does that mean? It wasn't you, was it? Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should have come to that. Bone china plate? A kind of porcelain, very smooth and shiny, and not plate, but pate. I believe he was referring to the certain gentleman's balding forehead. The court appreciates the defendant's discretion in not indicating my forehead. Wait a second. Something's not right about that phone call. So after Mr. Gavin ate dinner with you, he left the Borscht Bowl Club? Most certainly. Then how did he know? When did he see this bone china plate? Oh, that's right. Yes. That was when I began to see my good friend in a different light. Troubled, I returned to the crime scene. And when I spotted Mr. Smith's head again, I realized exactly what was wrong. Well, Mr. Gavin, the stage has been set. Perhaps you would like to explain this to the court? Exactly how did you come by your privileged knowledge of the victim's head? So, this is your reason. The reason why you put the victim's hat back on. Your point, Mr. Gavin? It's come down to this, has it, Phoenix Wright? Order. I will have order. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor? I believe this court has been left with no other choice. Are you prepared to hear defense attorney Gavin's testimony? Whereas the prosecutor, Very well. We'll break for 10 minutes. After which Mr. Gavin will take the stand for cross-examination. Are we all clear on that? Crystal clear, Your Honor. Very well. This will be the final recess for the day. Okay. I'm actually going to end the video here. So I'm just going to leave it on the screen right here, and I'll begin recording the next part immediately afterward. So until next time, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and hit that like button, and I will see you all next time. So until then, take care and have a great day.